Gemini. This is Christelle Martinette with a reading for the month of August for you, Gemini. This is a general reading, and I will be around the moon cycles uploading in a couple of weeks the Moon Love August readings. So I'll first lay a few cards from the Lenormand deck as a focus, then use my tarot and Vera Sibilla, and of course my runes. Let's see what we have here. Well, Gemini, looks like there are three interesting things in store for you. First of all, something to do with work, a decision making day or two concerning your work, but also considering travel. There's the anchor, there's the paths, and the ship. Now, it looks like to me that the decisions involve, like I said, work, but they will be made during a trip you take the month of August, or a place you go to, may not be a vacation, a place you go to that is non-conventional in relation to where you live, even if it's for a 2 or 3 day getaway to the falls somewhere. Now, let's see, Gemini, let's see what's in store here. I see you there. First card in is you, Gemini. What am I looking at? I'm looking at you being made an offer. Let me show you these just for the record. Okay, I have this is a Queen of Swords. Then I have the Ace of Coins, my favorite card. The Three of Coins. The Page of Cups, the Eight of Coins, so many coins cards, and then the Six of Cups. Look, not only do I feel you're going to be made an offer, that is surely in the cards, as we say, but it comes at a time where you are expecting it and you're ready for it. The time is right for you to make a decision concerning your work or the offer that comes to you. It could be an offer for you to become part of a business. It could be an offer of romantic nature, like an engagement. It could be an offer that you have to, well, definitely it will be an offer that you have to ultimately decide about. Now, the work domain is highlighted here, even though I do have this Six of Cups, and we tarot readers always talk about a return. Someone returns to your life, not necessarily this present life if you don't have a person in your life that you've left behind who could be a potential person to return to you. This has to do with people who have crossed your paths in past lives. I'm going to go around the room here, go around the spread, and lay these Sibilla cards and take a look what they have to add. Okay, let's take a look. Now, in terms of you specifically, like I said, the highlight is in something being offered. Okay, we get that received. But there is a lot of talk that you will be engaging in order for you to be in a place of balance and harmony so that you'll be ready to make your decision. Now, people who are favored to you, for you to talk to. Maybe water signs, okay? Water signs which are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or fellow air signs, which would be a fellow Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. But you do have to speak to people about anything that is brought your way, whether it is a proposal or a legal decision that you have to decide whether to take or not, a decision to purchase, a decision to sell. But you will be needing counsel, and not necessarily, Gemini, the counsel of legal people or professional people. These can simply be friends or people who, neighbors who have the ability to counsel you in that specific topic, on that specific topic. Now, in spiritual terms, this Ace of Coins is, like I said, my favorite card. It rarely, it hardly ever does talk about money coming in. Rather, it talks about a relationship, a spiritual tie that you have with someone, not romantically, mind you. Although this does talk of a bond that you have and that you have been having for a year, 10, 30. There is something that links you to that person, even if you are not happy with the situation. You are absolutely not happy for the situation. And I do see you as waiting, a Gemini, almost as if you were waiting for the other party to finally come into their own, to be themselves, to change. Okay, this idea that we feel others will change. And what's really the deciding factor here is that you want to return to a moment of innocence in relation to this spiritual bond, because it is a spiritual bond, whether it's a marriage, it's a companionship, it is a union that has spread over tens of years or single years. It doesn't matter. There is that sensation of being a strong bond. And this will weigh on your mind, Gemini, this month of August, because I say this because on the one hand, you don't want to deal with it. Because you're happy that there is this bond, there's this familiarity with this person, and you don't want to take the effort of changing. Change for you is fearful. However, on the other hand, I'm seeing that there is such sadness and dissatisfaction in the not ideal relationship. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a business partnership, a neighbor, a surrogate person, a person who took care of you when you were a child, something like that. So this will be on your mind for most of the month of August. Now, you have definitely a strong work ethic this month, even though you are planning to take some form of vacation. What I do see here in relation to work is that there is a male on the job or among the people that you deal with that is not to be trusted. They hide things from you for their own economic benefit. And you might say, well, come on, Christelle, don't most people do that? Well, I come from a world of fairies and angels where I just, like a Pollyanna, tend to tell the truth, and I'm always so shocked when I don't get that in return. This is one of those times, Gemini, because you're not going to be expecting it. So scout your working environment, your working colleagues, the people who work, elbow to elbow with you, and just revisit the notion of a person, a male in your working environment, how they could potentially hurt you. And you might want to devise a strategy as to facing them head on and warding off such an attack by saying, are we doing the right thing? I mean, you gave me this order. I'm supposed to do this and this, but I thought that this is not the best way or the best route or not in the best interests for the company. What's going on here? So, you find a way to mitigate the situation and at the same time facing it directly. Now, something that is coming your way, Gemini, I do see a merited reward coming your way. And you know this, you do know this, and you know that it's going to give you sort of a jump up the ladder of success, if we can call it, or in status in your work situation. Now let's take a look at more work because I'm seeing this is concentrating on your working environment and your working relations. I do see all in all that you too, Gemini, you do take on that Pollyanna smile because you're quite pleased with what you're doing. Although you do, where did no, here it didn't fall. Although you do tend to look back and think of the days that were, wasn't it better when we had less, you say, Gemini, to yourself? Wasn't it better when things were simpler, when I knew much less, when I had studied less, and I wasn't, I wasn't able to criticize the powers that be for what they're doing or not doing. But the bottom line here, Gemini, is that I'm seeing you you're accepting the status quo, the way things are, because all in all, you really are happy. You really do have that Pollyanna smile on your face because you like the way things are going this month. Now, there are two cards I must have. Let me take one from the bottom. Well, four. Here we go. All right. Now, this return, you remember we saw this Six of Cups. This return, this karmic return. What is this all about? Well, I'm looking at a very pleasant surprise. All of a sudden, somebody crosses your path or comes back into your life from this life, if you know them, or from a past life. In any case, it is a welcome surprise. There won't be very much talk, very much communication. That is not necessary for you both, but there will be sadness between you. There will be the notion that something has died for both of you. Something that the fire's not there anymore. You both together turn back with nostalgia and look at the past. You notice and you understand right away that it could not be possible for you to entertain any kind of a relationship with this person, either work nor romantic, because it just wouldn't work, because you are, remember, in this situation that we spoke of, you're not ready for change. You don't want to affect change, but you are dissatisfied with that relationship. So, what I'm going to do is take the runes and cast the runes for to cap the readings, to end the reading. And let's see what they have to say. Gemini. Whoa, things have been spread out. All right, let me turn this over, turn this over, turn this over, turn this over. I like what I'm looking at. All right, now, um, there are two runes that are in opposition to themselves, and both of these runes are what we call journeying runes, journeying metaphorically or actual trips that you take, movement. First of all, we have Rido, and as you see, it's upside down. It's usually an R, a bright stave, but it is Merc stave, and this talks of in this position as a time when is not good for travel. Don't go away and leave your problems behind. You need to face them. But nonetheless, it is a perfect time to negotiate. Excellent time to negotiate with something new that is being brought your way. And as I said, these two are journeying room. This is Awads, and it talks about shifts. Um, it talks about changing house, moving, actually moving, gradual development, and a steady progress. And this is bright state. So there is, in one sense, there's this, tension between what you planned to do, what you would like to do, and the decision. And now I understand these crossroads as being the decision as to what actually will you be doing. Having said that, there is this lovely rune, Gifu. Now, Gifu is a rune of gift. It's literally, it means gift, it means a partnership, it means important developments in romantic relations. Now, remember I said you were inclined not to move out of something that was well established. This may bring positive developments concerning that situation, that status quo that you are not ready to move out of. I do have a lovely manats, which is humankind. It's interdependence, and this does talk to you about coming to terms with that relationship, with that person. Do negotiate terms like actual contracts. Do negotiate how to go forward. Manats also talks about a time, August, that you need to make new plans for the future in relation to that interdependence. Now, I have Fehu here, which is Merkstave, and Fehu in this position talks about more financial gain than anything to do with romantic relations, because, as I said, I see work as being highlighted this month. You're trying to put the relationships, romantic or emotional relations, on the back burner, even though the tension is there. We do have Urus. Now, Urus is a rune. This is Merkstave, and usually it talks of strength, of force. Well, this is a month where your energy may be low. You may be recovering from illness, perhaps, but nonetheless, what we're going to see is you will feel strong emotions rising to the surface, will emerge for you. It's an excellent healing rune, but for all intents and purposes, the way it was positioned and where it was located, this will take you into September. I do have Thurisets. Now, Thurisets here is interesting because it's protection, it's luck here. Of course, it is protection and luck with together with some other type of rooms that I don't see here. But here you do have protection. So if there is a teeny weeny bit of risk to take, look, you can do that, Gemini, and be safe. What I do see that is upside down is Merkstave, is Algites, as you could see. It looks like a tree upside down. Um, there's a fortunate new influence um, in your life that has nothing to do with your partnership. It has nothing to do with work, but you're feeling that you can count on friendship. And Algites is also a protective room, not as strong as Thurisat's because it was Brightstave. So all in all, we have the cherry on top of the cake here with Soilo the sun, this great power, victory, and success. In what domains? We've got the work here domain that is, rising to the surface, and you're putting those emotional situations on the back burners, but you will feel that tension. Try making decisions that are important to you concerning work and make the decision whether to go or to stay, vacation to go, whether to stay, move. Those are the decisions that will you has to be focused on this month, Gemini. I do hope this was of help to you. A really intricate reading, I feel, Gemini. I'll be coming out back in a couple of weeks with the Moon Love readings for August. Namaste. And until we read together again, do write under the videos something about your story so I get some feedback, and also something that resonates with this reading, because it will help others as well reading other people's story. Bye bye, Gemini.